Hello again, and welcome to Catspit Productions' Introduction to Artwork for Screen Printing. Again, let me preface by saying that this is a synopsis. In no way does this encompass the full scale of skills and knowledge that's needed in order to produce artwork for screen printing. And let's note at this time that it's very important to have your artwork properly set up for screen printing. At this time, we are just going to do a brief summary of what it takes to get a basic three-color job set up and how to get your artwork set up for that. So let's begin by looking at something that we call a color composite. Okay, this would be your design in full color, set up the way that you want it to finally appear on your shirt. So this is a three-color. You see you have the green, you have the gray, and then there's also a black outline. Okay, so this is a simple three-color with minimal registration. Okay, it's important to note at this time that screen printing is limited in its reproductive capabilities in that it is not able to produce continuous tones. If you want to produce continuous tones, you will need to create what is called a halftone or a grayscale, which is very similar to newsprint. If you ever notice the big black and white photographs that they have in newspapers, how they have dot. They're all made up of little dots, and that's how screen printing reproduces continuous tones, is through dot. And so there's two processes with that. There's the four-color process and halftoning, which can be combined with spot colors. This is called a spot color because we're just simply laying down spots of green, gray, and black. If we were to combine some dot or halftone with this, we would call it a spot and dot. Okay, and basically what we do that for is, say we wanted the green to be this green here, but then we also wanted the green to be a 50% shade of what it is. We could achieve that by doing a 50% grayscale dot and having one color, one screen, actually produce two different tones of the same color. Okay, and we'll get into that more later, but today we're going to talk about the separation. So in order to separate your artwork, you have to pull out each printer. So for instance, this is the black printer. This is what's going to print black on the t-shirt. So as you can see, we've taken what we're going to print black and we've pulled it out of the composite and we've left it in black. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing for the gray. Okay, so there's the gray that's pulled out of the image and we leave it in black because remember, we're going to output this onto film and we want it to be black. Okay, and then the third color, green, also pulled out. And this one has a little bit of registration. We did what we knocked it out so that the inks don't print over each other. And we'll get into more detailed explanation of artwork, knocking out, trapping, and things like that in the future. This is a very basic introduction, as I said, okay? So there's that. For every size, you're going to need a different size. So here's a different size of the same color composite, and then its three color separations. Okay? So as you can see, for each color that we print, we're going to need a separate screen. So one screen will have this artwork on it, the second screen will have this artwork on it, and the third screen will have this artwork on it, each printing green, gray, and black, to finally give us this image on the shirt when we're all done with it. Okay, and to help you understand that a little bit better, what I did is here's a crest. This is a crest print. This is designed for over the heart. And here's the color composite that's separated. Okay, so you can see the three different colors are separated. And then all we do is we simply change them to black. Okay? So this artwork is now ready to go to film. All I have to do is output this onto film, and I will have the three separate printers that I need to print: the green, the gray, and the black. Okay, so as you can see, the artwork can be one of your most difficult jobs, and it's very important to set up your artwork properly from the beginning in order to have a pleasureful and enjoyable, pleasureful if that's a word, I'm not sure, an enjoyable experience in your printing. One of my main mottos in screen printing is eliminate all variables, and that means, you know, try to use the best equipment and try to get the right stuff to do it in the first place, and you're going to save yourself a lot of headache and a lot of wasted money. Okay, it pays to buy the right piece of equipment to start out rather than trying to jury rig something and wasting a lot of your time and product. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you couldn't use different things. Okay, so as I was saying, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't fabricate some of your own equipment and build certain things that you need to do screen printing. You certainly can, but what's important is to try not to make the task more difficult than it really is. Okay, and that's it for today. That'll wrap up this session on Introduction to Artwork. I want to thank you again for watching. Please stay tuned to the Catspic Productions channel for future releases of t-shirts and future releases of informational videos on screen printing. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.